Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another American Horror Story Hotel reaction. This is episode 8. I kind of just want to get straight into this video. If you want a more in-depth reaction kind of slash review, you can watch my reactions episode 7. I'll go into detail about what I'm thinking, what my thought process is at this point. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into episode 8. So this one's called The 10 Commandments Killer. Kind of excited about this one, not going to lie. The title, I'm hoping the title of this episode is the reveal of the Commandments Killer. And I really fucking hope it's not John, because that would piss me off. I said it last episode at the end. Sorry to waffle on now. I need to get it off my chest again. The kid, the girl looked like Scarlett, John's daughter. And I've got a weird feeling that John is the 10 Commandments Killer, but I really hope that it's not. I hope it's not. Please. Anyway, let's go.
She's dead.
It's time to make him stop.
I really like you. I hate to see it end.
Oh, it's one of them. Fuck. Why didn't I clock that? It's one of the kids.
Fine. You want to know where the 10 Commandments killer has been hiding?
Inside you. Fuck.
You might want to take this with you, in case you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, go on then. Go on then. This is it. Why have they not told him the whole time, though? Room 64, uh-huh.
Is this a joke? You telling me he's in this room?
I'm telling you, there are answers on the other side of this door.
It's his room, innit?
Go to the bar. Have a couple of drinks.
Why did you bring me back here?
Oh, it's him. It is him. 225. Something takes over him at 225. Behind the armoire. Oh shit.
Teeth, harvested from a field of migrant workers. Thou shalt not worship false idols. What was left of Martin Gamboa's brain
Fuck.
after his skull was bashed open.
No serial killer has a 90-year law.
If it's taken him this long to find a successor, someone to complete his work.
He would have had to have been bringing these things back while I was still here. Who let him in?
It's you, mate. Fucking hell.
Nobody let him in.
Fuck's sake.
He had a key.
You're saying someone's picked up where this March guy left off?
I don't remember anything. Anything at all.
You've lived in my hotel long enough to know that what is impossible becomes very impossible here.
It's you, John. It's always been you.
Dear me.
I remember where it all began now.
Well, I'm interested. I'm interested in this.
It all started those first few days and nights at the Hotel Cortez.
The first time you walked into that place was 3 weeks ago. These murders began months before that, John.
The first time I walked into the Hotel Cortez was 5 years ago.
Who's she winking at? She winked at someone else then, behind him. Oh, Donovan.
I get one night! One night out of the whole month!
This is John. He's a detective.
And he's had the kind of day that makes a man want to drink himself to death.
Really?
And their father shot himself in the head because of it. Brains are still hanging off the ceiling.
You speak about this with such calm indifference, as if life and death have no meaning to you.
I'm a homicide detective. What I know is that death is the only thing in life that has any meaning.
Damn, he's found him. That's why he was invited to the dinner with all the serial killers, because he was training John to become a serial killer.
If it was up to me,
Yes.
I don't need a judge to tell me whether someone's guilty or not. I know.
I believe you, John.
If they took the leash off me, crime would drop in this city.
I truly do.
Wow.
We drank his absinthe. We talked for 2 straight days.
He still has hope.
Easily remedied. He just needs a little shove.
Why would I help you when it gives me so much joy to see you suffer?
He has children. The boy is very beautiful.
Ah. Okay. There we go.
Like I said, he just needs a little push. A nudge into the darkest places of his heart. He needs to hate the whole world and everything in it.
So it was a pre-planned kidnapping. I knew it. I knew it.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Hi, home now, Daddy?
Yeah. Hey, what do you say we all go to the beach this afternoon? I drove by and saw there's a big carnival or something going on down there.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, we gotta run.
That's why she hates him, man. It all makes sense now. She was in a mood with him anyway, and then Holden got kidnapped. Clever.
I want to share a story about a guest who came to this hotel. He brought his nephew to stay overnight for a weekend of fun at the theme parks. The boy bore no familial resemblance as far as I could see.
It was a paedophile.
Jesus. He's just a little kid.
Around 10, I would say.
What room is he in?
He checked out this morning.
I saw your ad on Craigslist.
You have the money?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave and take those horrible photographs with you.
You checked into the Cortez with this boy.
I'm gonna call the cops. Hey, beat you to it.
I have to go.
When's it gonna explain about Sally and the dildo fucking guy? Oh shit.
What is the matter with you?
I didn't do anything.
Precisely. You were just going to let him expire? It's not yours. Not yet. Or have you forgotten our little arrangement? My protection comes
Whoa.
with a price. This demon that you and your kind have conjured with your diseased acts must feed. If not on others, then on you, dear Sally.
She has a demon inside of her.
Like I was punishing the man who stole my boy.
But you tried to kill yourself.
Because I loved it. I loved it more than anything I've ever experienced in my life.
Of course you did.
Of course he's there,
Why
man.
not? You're discovering who you really are. Your true purpose. Finish my work, John. Make it your own.
I'll get caught.
No. You won't get caught. because you're going to make yourself lead detective on the case. Do it in loving memory of your only begotten son.
Fucking hell, man. I'm not talking that much, but there's so much evidence and shit coming now.
You had coffee with my wife. Oh, now they're banging each other. Pushes me away. Turns to my partner for comfort.
Shit, man. He's gone crazy. Oh, no. Why didn't he display any of these signs in the last 7 episodes?
If you really did it, tell me something new. And what about that suspect you reported seeing at the Ryland's house? The man with the bowler hat. You can't be in 2 places at once, John.
It was me. I was seeing myself manifested as James March.
Except you couldn't remember any of this until today.
Yeah.
I know you, brother. Now, you are a lot of things, but you are no killer.
Nah, fuck. I knew it.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, Andy. It's one of the 10 commandments.
Killed his
I know
best
what
mate.
You've done, and I'll show you some mercy.
You don't deserve Alex.
Fuck. So Alex was cheating on him. Or nah?
I've been coming to this hotel for the past 5 years.
But now you remember. Oh, thank Jesus. Oh, it was exhausting. Every time I saw you, I didn't know which John I was talking to.
Give me the key to room 64.
Finished the work now? He's finished James's work? Now
Thou shalt not covet
shit.
the instrument of adultery. I'd say you took the best part of him.
2 more.
Splendid.
Who?
The masterpiece will be complete. You're home, John.
2 more what? Commandments? 2 more people dying? Ah, bollocks. That was a sick episode, man. What an episode that was, man. I apologise if I didn't talk that much. I was literally, I was fixated on that the whole time. It was such a good reveal. And it definitely does make sense as well. I know I said I'd be pissed off if it was John. But the way they unveiled that he was the serial killer was like, it was fair. Because a lot of it does make sense. Him being invited to the dinner with all the serial killers. And then James even said it. He was like, oh, I tried training Dharma, Zodiac, Ramirez. But then John was like the perfect kind of guy to finish off my work. So that's why he was invited to the dinner. Because James wanted him to carry on with his work and finish his work. But at the time you're like, oh, okay, cool. John Lau's been invited to this dinner full of serial killers. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, you don't really think about it. But basically, if I've got this right, James Patrick March, he kind of forced John in a way to finish his work. Because James Patrick March hasn't told John yet about Holden. Now we saw, when John was kind of like paralysed and out of it, we saw James Patrick March go into his wallet and say to Lady Gaga, oh, he has a really nice looking son that you can obviously kidnap and whatever you want with your vampire shit. But in John's mind, his son has been taken by someone. Like, he's been kidnapped by someone. So James Patrick March was like, oh look, there's this paedophile here who's just come into my hotel with a 10-year-old kid, and he's abusing him and taking pictures of him and stuff. So then John's like, you fucking, what if it's the guy that's taken Holden or something? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to get at? So he wants to take out his anger at the possibility of Holden being kidnapped by a paedophile. He's then going to take that anger out onto this guy because he's doing what he thinks was done to Holden, if that makes sense. So he killed him. And then James was like, oh, good. Now you're ready to finish off my work. But it's kind of like, hold on a minute. I think John was kind of manipulated into killing this guy first, because of the trauma he's got with Holden going missing. So if James Patrick March told John, listen, I was the one who kidnapped your kid, Holden, that would be enough. Just saying that to John would be enough for John to try and fucking kill James. Obviously he can't, because James is already dead. But I think James hiding the fact that he has kidnapped Holden was a huge advantage for him, for John to complete his work, just because he's being led by anger and vengeance, that he wasn't really thinking straight. But anyway, besides the point, John's his own man. He's old enough. I guess he's old enough to know what he's doing. He can claim that he didn't know what he was doing, or he can't remember. But I get a man. He's the killer, man. He's guilty. So what's going to happen? I think there's 4 episodes left, and John has been revealed as the killer. And there's a lot more shit to go down. You've still got Desiree and Donovan to try and kill Lady Gaga. You've also got Iris, who's kind of on that team. She's meant to be spying on Lady Gaga for Donovan and Desiree. But the last 2 episodes have just really been about John and the 10 Commandments killer. So hopefully episodes 9 and onwards is going to be around Lady Gaga, Donovan, Iris, Sally as well. The whole Sally demon thing, James did kind of mention it. He said, this demon inside you that you've got to feed. It's like, whoa. Why does Sally have this demon? She's dead. She died in 1994, jumping out the window at Hotel Cortez. So now she's at this hotel like forever as a spirit. But why does she have this demon, like all skin looking guy? Like, does she have? Is it a demon that she got when she died, or did she always have this demon? Yeah, I want to know. Like, I want to know more about Sally and the demon thing. I've got a feeling that it will go into it a bit more, but I feel like I just need a break from that 10 Commandments storyline now. I think I've had a bit too much. Like, that episode was great, episode 8, but I want to see how Scarlett's doing. We haven't seen Alex yet. Even though I don't like Alex, I still want to see what she's up to. Donovan, Desiree, a lot of people that just haven't been in it the last 1 or 2 episodes. I'd like to see more of them. And then maybe at the end it catches up with John and what he's doing now. Unless Alex intervenes with John's killings and says, look, Holden's right here. Because John still hasn't seen Holden. So Alex could be like, oh, Holden's right here. He got kidnapped by Lady Gaga / James Patrick March. And John's going to be like, you lied to me, you bastard. You made me finish your work for what? For nothing. So that could happen. But is John going to get away with it? I mean, he did literally do all those killings. So is he going to get away with it? I don't know. We'll just have to find out. Well, I'll have to find out. You guys have already watched this show. But I'll just have to find out then. And he's killed his friend as well. He's killed his friend because he went for a coffee with Alex. But I think he focused too much on the fact that maybe he had like the 10 Commandments in his head, and whatever the word was that he used about his co-worker meeting his wife for a coffee, he used a certain word, and apparently that's one of the 10 Commandments. So maybe he had that inside his head, so he couldn't really think straight. He was like, what, you went for a coffee with my wife? That's one of the 10 Commandments, and that's why I'm killing all these people, because they're breaking the commandments. So if John wasn't the killer, he'd probably understand. like, oh shit, yeah, maybe I need to be at home a bit more. Maybe that's why Alex is only worrying about me. That's why she's come to see my partner, to talk about where I've been and what's been going on. Because obviously Alex only sees John at home and his colleague sees him at work, but together they see him kind of all the time, so they can be like, they can talk about what he's up to and what he's going through and stuff. But yeah, the Ten Commandments thing, that got in his way a bit. It kind of, that's all he could see when he heard that his co-worker had met Alex for a coffee. That's why he kind of killed him, I think. And the fact that he said he doesn't see John as a killer, and then he straight away went for the knife and just killed his friend, man. So there's 4 episodes left. So John has just killed his friend. Is anything going to happen between him and James Patrick March? Obviously James is dead, but is there something John can do to like really fuck James over? Maybe knock down Hotel Cortez as like a final revenge kind of thing. Will John ever go to prison for his crimes? How did John hide his friend's body next to the body of the girl? I'm guessing there's loads of doctors and police officers in that building. How did John manage to kill him and then take whatever he did, whatever meat part of the body he took, and then hide his body? How did he do that? I don't know. Does it ever get explained? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So thank you guys for watching this reaction to episode 8 of American Horror Story Hotel. I think there's only 12 episodes in this series, so only 9, 10, 11, 4 more to go. So as we're now 2/3 of the way through the series, what more is going to happen? Lady Gaga, Will Drake, Sally and her little demon thing. What's going to happen with James? What's going to happen with John? There's a lot of shit going on, man. Very good series. But yeah, 4 episodes left. I'm very excited to finish it. But I am going to stop it there. So again, thanks guys for watching this reaction to episode 8. If you'd like to, you can watch the full reaction to this episode over on my Patreon. You can also watch the full reactions to the previous 7 episodes of Hotel. You can also watch the full reactions to Season 1 Murder House, Season 2 Asylum, Season 3 Coven, and Season 4 Freak Show. Every episode of American Horror Story so far is on my Patreon in full. And if you're watching this episode on YouTube, this is episode 8, then the rest of Hotel, so episodes 9, 10, 11 and 12, will be on my Patreon as well in full. So that would mean the whole of Hotel is basically on my Patreon if you fancied watching it. If you fancy watching the full reactions, that is, you can do so by going onto my Patreon, where every episode is on there in full. If not, you can wait for my YouTube versions to be released. They take a little bit longer to come out just because of the 10-minute copyright thing. I've got to make sure I don't exceed 10 minutes of footage, as well as including all the important scenes with my reactions as well. So it does take a lot longer to come out onto YouTube than it does on Patreon. But yeah, it's up to you guys what you want to do. But for now, this has been episode 8 of American Horror Story Hotel, and I'll see you for episode 9. Take it easy.